Well, Sir James Greenwood decision loading. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is said to obviously make a decision on whether to get Mason Greenwood back to the club of Manchester United or not. Welcome to the United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic Tuesday. It's really one of those days that I've gone ahead to obviously start off late, but we'll obviously try to cover lots of stories that are really coming in through from the camp of Manchester United. So today I've gone ahead to land on this big story that Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to obviously put up about Mason Greenwood return to Man United and the stance of Sir Jim Ratcliffe as far as this situation is really concerned. Smash the like button close to 100 times. Don't forget to subscribe so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And Rokan David or RD is my name, and we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslim is Barakallahu Fikum, and let's get straight into this. Mason Greenwood was loaned to Getafe and is really having a fantastic spell there and really doing great. And we know that a very huge question is really still on whether United is going to sell him or they're obviously going to reintegrate him into the squad of Manchester United. And Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and really said Sir Jim Ratcliffe has not made a decision on bringing back Mason Greenwood yet. The idea is to take some time to let Greenwood play for Getafe where he is on loan, and then in 2024 March, April or May, the idea will be to discuss the position of Greenwood based on his performance at Getafe and other factors. Man United want Greenwood to focus on Getafe to perform there and do his best on loan. Then there is a possibility to decide his future in 2024. That is Fabrizio Romano coming in through with a very huge hint as far as Mason Greenwood to Man United or out of Man United is really concerned. One will ask, why is it that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the one supposed to make a decision? Because he's the one going to be controlling all the footballing affairs at the club of Manchester United, and you understand that very well, that in this scenario where you have a person like Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he won't be the main person to obviously take a decision, but they are fronting his name because he's going to be responsible for the new CEO of the club of Manchester United, for the new operations director, for the new director of football or sporting director, for the new technical director, and so on and so forth. That's why when he comes in through, he'll need some time to assess the club situation and then come up with resolutions. And that's why I tell you that it's going to be hard for the club of Manchester United to obviously see to it that they sack Erik ten Hag amidst performances that are not really consistent, but they need to obviously know what has gone ahead to fail Erik ten Hag. Why is it that Erik ten Hag went ahead to obviously have a very fantastic first season, and in the second season he's obviously not doing well, that is really going to be a very huge question for him to address. So back to Greenwood, he has gone ahead to put in close to 5 assists I think this season, and has gone ahead to score 3 goals, and we all look at him and he's really lacking, however much people are really hailing him. He's not yet back to the levels we want him to be, because we know he's better than that. And you saw to it that even the manager of Getafe never at any time really played him 90 minutes, not until he went ahead to play in close to 5 games in, and after really knowing that his match fitness is back to where it's supposed to be, then they said, all right, you can now put in 90 minutes. So it's really very understandable that there are lots of there is a portion of fans of Man United who don't want Mason Greenwood back, and there is a portion of United fans who want him back. So to my own understanding, it's really very important for us to obviously come in through and really address this in a very objective way. Mason Greenwood, all he has to do for me is to continue firing in goals. If he can get double figures this season as far as goals are really concerned, and puts in a double figure of assists in the La Liga, trust me, it will move that portion of United fans that don't want him back, because all you need to do is simple. Go ahead and show your potential, score those goals, and then you'll create what we call a very huge situation that will call in for a very huge debate. And if you're firing in up all cylinders, then everything will really give you a very huge return of a reason at the club of Manchester United. And I've always gone ahead to really tell people that never at any one point come out and not really give someone a second chance. For me, I would offer him a second chance because he's human. We've all gone ahead to do very bad business, very bad things, and we've gone ahead to be forgiven. And when you look at those players at Man United who are not really putting in the effort, you go back to the days when Mason Greenwood was playing for the club of Manchester United and ask yourself, tell me a day that Mason Greenwood never put in an effort. Tell me a day he never put his ball on the line. Tell me a day he never fought for the badge of Manchester United. I don't care about anything that is really happening about him. All what I need is a player who can really fight for the club of Manchester United. And this is where the decision of Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to be very important in this. If this player can really put up a shift, in every game at Getafe, and then a decision is made in favor of him returning to Man United, I will welcome him with open hands. But his performing on well serves very many purposes and interests of the club of Manchester United. Even if they come out and they decide to sell him, at least they'll get some huge amount of money from the sale of Mason Greenwood, because I know big clubs are going to come in through to obviously try to purchase this player. And you will obviously know that the player is not going to hit his peak. 22 years of age only, the boy is still having 3 years to hit his peak. And that's why it's very important to be very, 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 very keen when a decision of that magnitude is going to be made, either to obviously take him off or not, or keep him, because you might really sell him and he might turn out to be one of the best players in the world, like that player who can score 60 goals a season, and fans of Man United will be mourning, but that's why I tell you we have to think twice. Now let's go to Erik ten Hag on today's game as we take on Bayern Munich. What Ten Hag is going to hate to say: there were stages in that game when we played very good football. It was head-to-head for a long time. We suffered some mistakes that were unavoidable. When you play against Bayern Munich, you have to be at your best. Chelsea also had amazing players. We dominated them. So I think he's really on point that Andre Onana costed us for the first goal. And I tell you this, guys, you rather concede a goal that is really very open, and it's not going to obviously demoralize the energy of the players, because that causes complacency. The way Andre Onana gifted the first goal against Bayern Munich costed us in that game. The way he gifted, to Galatasaray costed that team of Man United. And the way he went ahead to gift away at Galatasaray also was really bad for him. And Ten Hag is really on point that you don't need to be making mistakes if at all you're playing against Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich have quality players that will punish you every time you obviously make a mistake. And that's what they've gone ahead to be doing in their entire career. Harry Kane won't spare you, Serge Gnabry won't spare you, Thomas Muller won't, Musiala won't, and Leroy Sane won't. Even if it's Joshua Kimmich, you down tools and really drop that ball down there, then he'll come in through and obviously put in a very good shift, and you obviously be put out there to where you deserve to be. So Ten Hag is really very right onto that, and has gone ahead and really told with the fans of Man United on how Man United should improve today. We have to work about that. It is my responsibility to improve the team. I'll give everything. The team will as well. I can show them the clips from Chelsea. If we have a good plan, we can beat any opponent. Obviously, Bayern Munich can be beaten the club of Manchester United. They can. They can suffer a loss because we are a team that can obviously score goals. But one thing that we should look at is how we concede goals. We shouldn't be conceding like that. Last season, one of our strengths was all about keeping clean sheets. That is it. But this season, we are not keeping very many clean sheets, So, all I want us to do is simple. Let's get to where we deserve to be. Let's go back to our defensive line. Let's play well. and let's avoid those mistakes coming in from Andrew Onana that have gone ahead to cost the club of Manchester United. So guys, your thoughts on Sir Jim Ratcliffe's Greenwood decision loading are welcome in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the game of football today, Man United versus Bayern Munich, and what Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to say about that game. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Ciao, ciao.